the fact, because they're not allegations, because later on he admitted to the relationship with Monica Lewinsky. That's bad enough on a moral level, an ethical level. And if we gauged everybody in politics on their personal life, their personal ethics and morals, things like that, we'd have very, very few people ever getting elected if that were the benchmark. We all agree on that. We all know it's the case. And that's true for all of us. But in relation to Monica Lewinsky, I'm talking about what Clinton did, what Bill Clinton did under oath, and that is a completely different topic. So let me just go down here a little bit. And why do I bring this up? Again, it is to compare and contrast about what happened to one person to what's happening to Donald Trump. Again, 1998, independent counsel Kenneth W. Starr's report to Congress alleged that President Clinton committed perjury, obstructed justice, tampered with witnesses, and abused power. On the 11 counts laid out by Starr, 5 alleged that Clinton lied under oath in his January 17th deposition in the Paula Jones case, and again in the August 17th grand jury. By the way, speaking of Paula Jones, I made a note to myself, get the number right. Paula Jones. Bill Clinton paid Paula Jones $800,000 to keep quiet, ladies and gentlemen. $800,000. By the way, this is back in the late 1990s. And by the way, it was totally legal. From a legal point of view, I have no problem with that. He wasn't charged with any crime when he paid off. And by the way, I don't know if he called it business expenses or what he called it. But people thought, oh, this is hush money, hush money. Hush money, so to speak, is an everyday occurrence in this country. It's legal. He paid her $800,000 to keep quiet. So those of you who don't remember this or don't know it or are too young to have known it, I want you to compare and contrast when people try to slander Donald Trump for paying off this wreck of a person, Stormy Daniels, to keep quiet about her allegations. Compare and contrast that to the $800,000 26 years ago that Bill Clinton paid this lady. So beyond that, let me just take a look here and read these to you. Count 1, this is from Ken Starr. Count 1, President Clinton lied under oath in his civil case when he denied a sexual affair, a sexual relationship, or sexual relations with Monica Lewinsky. Count 2, President Clinton lied under oath to the grand jury about his sexual relationship with Miss Lewinsky. Count 3, in his civil deposition to support his false statement about the sexual relationship. By the way, you talk about layering crimes one on top of the other. I'll repeat this. In his civil deposition to support his false statement about the sexual relationship, President Clinton also lied under oath about being alone with Miss Lewinsky and about the many gifts exchanged between Miss Lewinsky and him. Count 4, President Clinton lied under oath in his civil deposition about his discussions with Miss Lewinsky concerning her involvement in the Jones case. This is Paula Jones, who he paid $800,000 to keep quiet about what he did with her. And some say to her. And 2 other women, by the way. 8, President Clinton lied under oath in his civil deposition about his discussions with Vernon Jordan concerning Miss Lewinsky's involvement in the Jones case. Witness tampering, ladies and gentlemen. Obstruction of justice. This man committed more crimes than the biggest detractor of Donald Trump could ever pray that he might commit. Fast forward with Bill Clinton. What happened to him? He lost his law license for a while. He agreed to do X, Y, Z, and to not be prosecuted. The point is, he wasn't prosecuted for any of these felonies. Multiple felonies. Clear cut. And why are they clear cut? They're clear cut because there was overwhelming evidence from Monica Lewinsky, physical evidence that I won't get into. And eventually, of course, and ultimately, he admitted that he had lied under oath multiple times. So we know for a fact that Bill Clinton committed multiple felonies, and straight to the point. Not this convoluted, not this created, this cobbled together crap that Alvin Bragg did, but these are straightforward, specific, narrow, to the point felonies that he committed. What is my point to all this? Those people today who hate Donald Trump, who say, oh, he's a convicted felon, so he shouldn't be allowed to run for office and so forth and so on. If Bill Clinton could drag his decrepit ass back into the political arena legally and run for a third term, these same people would vote for Bill Clinton as fast as they could, and as many times as they could in certain states, in my opinion. We all know it to be true. So these people who talk about Trump is now a convicted felon, which he's not convicted yet. He won't be convicted until sentencing, but that's a different story. They are, of course, disingenuous, to put it mildly, because we know that they would vote for Bill Clinton. By the way, I think any Democrat would vote for Bill Clinton today based on what they have in the Oval Office and who their current candidate is. So that's example number one of people engaging in obvious violations of law, multiple felonies, multiple felonies, multiple felonies, multiple NDAs, paying people off to be quiet, and who did not go to prison, who were not convicted of felonies. By the way, I was not a big fan of people 26 years ago who actually wanted to prosecute Bill Clinton, because as much as I disagreed with Bill Clinton philosophically, politically, a lot of people, most people who were objected, realized that going after political opponents can have some very, very significant repercussions for the country. And we're seeing this now. I want you to think about this. Everybody prosecuting Donald Trump is from one party. There was an opposition party, just like there always is when Bill Clinton engaged in this behavior. And he didn't face any local, state, or federal charges for these violations. And he damn could have, and he didn't. I think because a lot of people, enough people, the right people had read history, who understood the repercussions of engaging in political prosecution. By the way, I don't even think this would have been political prosecution or persecution. It would have just simply been a legal process, but it certainly would have been seen as political persecution and prosecution. And they let him slide. And I'm fine with that for the bigger picture, because I want people, no matter what level they are, and especially, quite frankly, if they're running for office or in office, to be treated fairly and understand that when they leave office, they're not going to be held accountable for decisions they have to make while they're in office. They have to be able to do their job. I'm digressing a little bit, but I said there's so much to this.